The Gospel of our Lord Jesus Christ according to Mark.
Glory to you, Lord.
The apostles returned to Jesus and reported to him all that they had done and what they had taught. He said to them, "Come by yourselves to an out-of-the-way place and rest a little." People were coming and going in great numbers, making it impossible for them to eat so much as eat. So Jesus and the apostles went off in the boat by themselves to a deserted place. People saw them leaving, and many got to know about it. People from all the towns hastened on foot to the place, arriving ahead of them. Upon disembarking, Jesus saw a vast crowd. He pitied them, for they were like sheep without a shepherd, and he began to teach them at great length. This is the gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord.
Like sheep without a shepherd. Probably an apt description for much of society today. And probably an apt description for even some who attend church on a regular basis. Hopefully not this one. I want to talk to you today about freckles. There are people out there with freckles. And there are people who don't like freckles. And they don't like people with freckles. And of course, freckles can mean anything you want it to mean. It can be skinny people, or tall people, or short people, or fat people, or old people, or gay people, or any number of descriptions. But we'll just call them freckles for today. And there are churches for freckles. People who have freckles go to these churches. And there are churches for people without freckles. Now, I'm not so sure either one is a good thing, because as the bishop has often said to us, moving from one ghetto to a different ghetto is not an improvement. And so moving from one place of exclusion to another place of exclusion doesn't help us at all. It just leads us down a primrose path that we think we're special because either we have freckles or we don't have freckles. And we're happy that we're apart from that group that does. And so we wander, just as sheep without a shepherd. And we think we're on the right path, when in fact we're just wandering away from the real meaning of what Jesus has tried to teach us. You know, he gave us an easy way out. You know, he didn't say, you know, whatever you do to the least of them, you do to me, unless they have freckles. He didn't make any exclusions. He didn't say, whatever you do to the least of them, you do to me, unless Paul said something different, or unless Leviticus said something different. He made it absolute. And so he gave us an easy path, that we should love our neighbor as ourselves, no matter what, and leave the judging to higher authority. And it's not our pay grade. So I would hope that no matter whether they have freckles or they don't have freckles, that they're welcome here. And that if we happen to be a church who likes freckles, that we don't say, oh no, you can't come in because you don't have any freckles. And obviously the opposite. So whether you have freckles or no freckles, whether you are fat or skinny or tall or short or old or young, or gay or straight, or whatever the case might be, I would hope that they're always welcome here. And if any of you don't think they're welcome here, then I hope maybe we can get you with a shepherd so that he can lead this sheep in the right direction, so that we're all headed in the same direction as a group that loves one another no matter what.